Alright, how's it going everyone? Today I'm going to be bringing you some games where, by conserving my HP, I've been able to carry the team to victory. So, something I notice a lot of players doing is if they lose their hit points in the early battle, they'll just continue playing normally and they'll die. So, something that I've learned to do over playing thousands of games is really to learn how to conserve your hit points and use your hit points when you need them. So here we are in the T-54, and we're doing an encounter on Siegfried Line. So I'm just going to this like general 5-6 line area. This is where I would normally go on a standard battle. So I'm just hanging out here, been able to fire some heat right into a VK, easy damage. So they changed this map recently, and now there's an area in the middle which is sort of playable. It's kind of like a ridge. So some of the enemies have gone over there, and we're able to get side shots on them from this position. So this is a pretty strong position right now. We're able to just blast the C-50 with heat. So I pull back here so they're not going to be shooting at me. But already our team is melting. It's already 2-0, just a minute in the match. So we're really going to have to use our HP if we're going to want to carry this team. That was a bad shot on his upper plate. Easy shot on the T-37. So our team is continuing to melt. We've already lost 3 tanks, 4 tanks, 5 tanks. So we've lost 5 tanks. It's looking pretty hopeless at this point. They're up by 4,000 HP, and they've completely taken most of the town and field. So it's not looking very good. So we want to be continuing to pump out our DPM. Our T-32 is getting wrecked by about 6 tanks here, so we want to see if we can take out this IS-3 who's way out of position. So we're able to finish him off. Now we really don't want to lose this ground because this position is gonna be what's keeping us alive, basically. We can't really fall back any farther or we'll just die. So we want to hold this position and somehow hold off these tanks. So we see the CDC's coming around. I put a shot right through his tracks to pin him there. So he's burnt his rep kit now. We don't really want to focus on him right now because this super Pershing is going to be a problem if we don't take him out at some point. And he's now a one-shot. However, the CDC is bullying us. So we're just going to bully the CDC with this hull down position right here. So if we're able to control this zone, we'll allow our team to be able to take back some ground, since they're not going to have to worry about this whole area if we're able to deal with it by ourselves. So can blast some heat through this hull down Yak Panther 2. Our SP1C is getting rushed by a Tiger, so we want to be able to assist him. We want to be able to save him. So we come put some shots in this Tiger here. Although the field does have shots on us, so we want to be careful, but I really do want to take out this Tiger. And now that he's a one-shot, we have to take him out. There's no other decision. We have to get that kill. So they've completely overrun the field. They have complete control of the field and the town. So we really need some ground to be able to fight from. And right now we're kind of sitting ducks in this position, so I really want to try and make it safe. By killing this SP1C, they have less crossfire on us. And now this Yak Panther 2 is going to rush me, so we can just wait for him to come over and blast him right in the lower plate. So we were able to go from 5-0 to now the game is tied just because we were able to hold this entire area by ourselves. So now we see there's a one-shot IS-8 spotted. So we're going to come and we want to help our 2 remaining tanks that are in the town. We want to be able to come support them. So now that we've played this area and we've won that, now we want to go flex and support our allies. So this Borsig is going to come across here. He was behind the hill, so I didn't take a blind shot, and he spotted us, I guess, because camo. So we can just drive behind him and come up behind him and finish him off. So now the only two remaining tanks are out in the field, and it's basically just as long as we don't mess up, they won't be able to win. So we have side shots in E75. I flunk them. And I've got a VK over there. He's not being very hopeful. Basically, they would have won this game if the C75 was more aggressive. If the C75 had came up and put pressure on me while I was engaged with the Egg Panther 2, the CDC, the Super Burgeoning, the IS-3, etc. Yeah, so this E75 being so passive basically threw them the game. The E75 could have came up and just completely wrecked me, and then his team wouldn't have been killed by me, and they would have won. But instead, he was really passive. A lot of World Tanks players are way too passive. So now it's just basically clean up on this like poor tier 8 that's left with his team that threw the game. So we can just drive straight over. And we don't even need heat. Look at that, not shooting heat. And someone else takes the kill. But basically, this game, what we did in order to win was we played this area, which is a very important part of this map, on basically any mode. And when the enemy team, they won the entire field and they had won this area, we came in here and made sure that this area was denied. They were denied pushing through, and I really punished them for pushing through this area. And then once it was dealt with, I could come and finish off the Tiger and this SP1C in the field, securing the field from their push, and then we were able to go back into the cap circle area and help our remaining allies finish off the town. So that was just like a pretty decent example of conserving your HP and being able to carry by just outplaying your opponents. So looking at the post-battle report, that was an East Anchor game with a high caliber medal and Confederate, and then some other random badges. Also 6,500 damage, 5 kills, 1,600 base experience. So that was a pretty good game. The T-54, I was pretty happy with that. Alright, so we'll move on to the next battle, which will be in the bat chat. Alright, so here we are on Malinovka. Now in this game, I initially play really poorly, and that's what causes me to lose all my HP, but I'm able to get my stuff together and salvage the game by playing passively with low HP. So, on Malinovka here, in any tank type, I will almost always go right up to the hill either side. The hill on this map is the only valid position, really. It's the best position. It's most valuable place to win the game on this map. It provides vision and like everything. Basically, you'll have all these players here, like on our team, that are camping in the base. They're not really doing anything extremely useful. So that's a problem I see a lot. So basically what you want to do is you want to go this northeastern part of the map. That's where the game will be won. So that's what we're doing up here, but we're being too aggressive about it, and this is going to cause us those HP. I should have basically just like looked at the team list and been like, there's a lot of mediums up here that are going to end up punishing me for doing this. So that's what happens. This bat chat and I flunk my first shot and he doesn't, and then he trades 2 for 1, so that ends poorly. So I'm already lost a bunch of HP here, so I continue pushing out with this object 140 because I want to get rid of this bat chat, because that'll be very valuable for our team if we can just get rid of him. So I come up here with our other mediums, since there's no other enemy spotted. I completely flunked that shot in there, and they're able to kill him, and I bounce him, so yeah, that didn't end too well. So I poke out here and try and get shots on this FV4202, and since I was still spotted from the bat chat, I get hit, and now their other mediums are showing up. So at this point, I'm already at 372 health, so I'm already a one-shot, so I'm running away. I'm going off the hill. So this is where I've lost all my health, and now I'm going into a more passive role since I no longer am valuable up on this hill. I can no longer really fight effectively since I'm a one-shot to almost any tank on their team, so I don't want to be getting shot at, and I don't want to continue playing normally up there and just completely die. So this is really bad at this point since we're gonna lose the hill, but that doesn't mean I just want to throw my tank away fighting on the hill to put on another few shots. So I come down here to this position to see if I can punish them as they come off the hill. So we take some shots and they bounce or miss, which is, I mean, that's not ideal, but what can we do? So we're kind of, at this point, we're just kind of skirmishing with them. We really don't want to get spotted, but we don't want to throw away our gun or our view range, since that is still useful to our team. So we poke up here to see if we can spot them coming off the hill. We want to be wary of these 4202s to our right, since we don't want to get spotted and just shot by them. At this point, they've got a 1390 in our base, so we're just going to try and take some shots at them to take them out. And we get a lucky hit on them, and then our platoon mate finishes them off. But at this point, we're spotted, so we do not want to stay still there where there's tons of enemy medium tanks looking at us. So I fall back even farther, since we can see that there's an Indian Panzer and a bunch of tanks that were last spotted in their base that are probably now pushing up into ours, and they've won the hill, so they've came down. So they have complete map control at this point, and that is what we want to work on, denying them. But it's really hard at this point since they've won the hill and they've won the whole middle, and now they're pushing into our base from basically all points, and our team is completely just like cramped up into the corner. So we've come in this bush so we can snipe from safety. We don't want to be front lines since we're low hit points. We want to conserve our HP. We don't want to get shot once. And we can't really, we'll die. So we try and shoot for the turret of the 4202, and we get one shot in. But we're spotted now. So I want to use this house to protect myself from the whole eastern part of the map and the north. I know they're probably not going to be able to shoot me from here because the terrain differential. So we don't really have any shots at this point, but it's just a waiting game right now. We don't want to go and poke out. I'm not reloading yet since I don't know when I'm going to get shots. And this E75 is being bold, so we're able to shoot him right in the side. But he also spotted us, so we wanna get back into cover before anyone is able to shoot us. So they've got a T-30 now coming into our base from that side, and their tier 10 mediums are coming in from the other side. So this is a really bad looking situation right now. I only have one shell, so I really don't want to go engage this T-30 at this point. So I go in for a reload so I'm able to be more useful. Their mediums are kind of overrunning ours, which is not ideal. So at this point, I can't really retreat towards the one line, towards like the J or H line really, because they've got now two tanks down there, and I can't go east or north. So I just basically hiding behind the Arty at this point. It's really like the only safe place. So I'm just hiding behind this sort of hill right here, and I want to spot these enemies as they come into our base. I'm really worried about all the mediums that are over here. So this isn't looking too good at this point. I'm just hugging the red line, hoping that I don't get spotted. So I have to take out this T-28. I aim in. He pulls back, so we can't finish him off. I'm trying to stay out of render range of the Object 140, so he's not going to be able to shoot me. If we can take out this T-30, that would be really good, and we do. We just get a nice shot in the side of his turret. So I only have 3 shells of APCR at this point, so I get ready to load a clip of heat. And it's a good thing I didn't go in for a reload because I had a shot, but I missed it anyway, so what can you do? So now I'm on reload. I really want to get away from the guns of the 4202 and the Object 140 over there, so I'm just trying to hide in the back here. I don't want to get spotted. Fortunately, I haven't. So I say that this Jagdtiger is most likely alone, unless the Yegg 100 has grown a brain and left the base, so I'm counting on this Yegg Tiger being alone in my team to support when I spot him. So I come up here to see if I can spot him. I know he's a one-shot, so I feel like this is a good move to make at this point, since that way, if I came up this way, I just run into 2 tier 10 mediums and I die instantly. So I want to come over this way. So the Yegg 100 is in the middle of the field, so I want to take advantage of that. I don't want to let him cross the field where he's going to be close range and where he's just going to kill me. We see the Yegg Tiger, and we're able to just aim in and heat right through his superstructure. So we were in render range of the tier 10 minions over there, so they get one shot off on us, and it misses. So at this point, we want to play some camo games with the Yegg 100. So we can just pull here, and we can spot him for our team without getting spotted ourselves. If I get spotted, I'm not actually most worried about him, because I can swivel away before he turns his gun. I'm more worried about him spotting, and then the object 140 just shooting me. So we pull back through the bush, so it's opaque. Even though we're not spotted, he knows, oh, we are spotted. So yeah, we really want to get out of here at this point. I'm really hoping that our RD is able to put this shot in, since he's coming over on us and this isn't looking good. If I kept running that way, he would have just poked over and shot us, so I'm just going for this damage at this point. I'm aiming in, and as we put the second shot in, our RD finishes him off. So we were able to come over here and clean up this Yegg 100 by spotting him and finishing off the Yegg Tiger. And then our platoon mate was able to come in the 50B and clip out the remaining medium over there. And now it's just a matter of driving over and killing the RD. So basically, this game was brought to you by conserving your hit points. So a lot of players would have just stayed up on the hill. Maybe they wouldn't have ran away. They would have made a poor play. They would have pushed it and just given up. When they were up here, and when they were in my situation where I was really stupid and lost all my HP early game. But what we did, we came back over here, we played little skirmishes, we used this little hill here to win vision over the enemies pushing down the hill, and then we were able to punish them. When they won this area, we were able to fall back more, punish them for that, then we were able to fall back even more from that, and then play it from there and clean up the TDs pushing into our base. And then we're basically to allow our teammates over here to deal with this. So that was, I thought it was a pretty game, showcasing just conserving HP, which is a really important aspect of World of Tanks that a lot of not Unicum players will be very bad at doing, conserving those precious hit points. As you can see, we still have 372, and 2 minutes in, when we took all that damage, that's what we were left with. So we didn't get shot for that entire time we were doing all that damage. So we're still useful to our team, even though we were a one-shot. Alright, so that was a first-class Confederate spotter, along with 4,000 damage and 1.1k base XP, 3 kills. I mean, it wasn't a monster game. It was just a fairly decent game considering I was on low HP, so I felt like it was still worth showing. Since I feel like a lot of players would have just completely thrown their lives away if they were one shot for most of the game, but I think we did good by just try sniping and playing passively to make sure that our tank stayed in the game as long as possible. Alright, so thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'd really appreciate it if you left a comment or a rating. But until then, I will see you guys next time, so bye bye.